Hello, this is Farris Khan, and we're going to go back to the roots of this channel. The first video that I did with respect to the Bronco was build and price. I got some news from the Bronco 6G forum that build and price has changed. It looks like there's some new accessories. There's some things that have to do with the roof as well. So I thought we could check on that together. I'm going to do this basically like a reaction video. I started going into it a little bit, but then I thought, hey, why don't I just do it with the audience? So we're going to go ahead and go right in. We're going to go Bronco. We're going to go build and price. And I mentioned this in a previous video, but one of the things you want to do, I mean, you have the 2-door or 4-door. I'm going to go into the exact build that I have. But one of the things you want to do once you get in here, unless you're interested in leasing, is go ahead and click on this. And you'll notice in the leasing area here, there's an acquisition fee of $645. That's if you get a lease, that's the fee. It sort of gets added. If you just simply go to finance, that fee goes away. I also just put a 0 down payment there. So update and close, more realistic number. That's kind of on the upper end. If you put money down, et cetera, that number is going to come down. I'm going to go with my antimatter blue that I have. I understand that this color is going to get disconnected. I wore this shirt, a green shirt, to signify the new color, which I think is called Eruption Green. So no worries, although I'm a Michigan fan and this is very close to the Block M of Michigan, but still this can be used, or still that green color is very nice. No reason to not get a Bronco. If you're interested in that antimatter blue, the other color that I would recommend is black, because it is a very dark blue. It's almost a blue-black kind of color. All right, so let's see what has changed. I'm going to kind of go down here, and the first thing we see is we see multiple options for roofs. So let's go ahead and try clicking on these one at a time. And I'm going to just focus on the base model for now in this video, since that's the model that I have. I'm going to go ahead and add, well, first of all, it looks like the molded in color is included, and the sound deadening headliner is included. That sound deadening headliner was an extra cost, but because of the problems that they had with the roof, they included that for anyone who ordered in 2021. You may want to check on exactly what the plan is for 2022 if that's what you're interested in. So as we're looking at this, first of all, we see this top backflip soft canvas. I'm going to go ahead and add it and see if it changes anything. It did not change the image at all. Let me go to the eye here. It just says available in all trims. So I'm going to go back. Whoops. Looks like I got to go back to my build here. Okay, so I'm not actually sure what that is. It's a 1650 add-on. I'm going to go ahead and add it. And it looks like it's giving you the top backflip soft canvas in addition to the molded in color hardtop. So we'll find out what that is. Is that something that's coming for 2022? We'll see soon. The second thing that I'm going to select here is this top mesh shade top. Let me see if I can add that as well. And it looks like I have to delete the backflip soft canvas in order to get that. So I'll just do that. But if I do that, you still see I have the hard top, the molded in color hard top. So it looks like for this one, there is a picture. So let's take a look. It looks like this is that mesh top. You take the entire hard top off and you can put this mesh top on for those days where you don't want the sun coming all the way in, etc. All right, so I think that makes sense. Let me see, I see some other pictures here. So you can actually kind of scroll through all of these together. So actually, let me just kind of show you the molded in color hardtop. It's showing a 4-door. In our case, for a 2-door, there's only 1, 2, 3 panels. And this looks like there's more panels here. The sound deadening is just simply what's on in the inside of that molded in color hardtop. And then it looks like it's the roof rack, which I have, the roof rails with crossbar. That's very modular. You can put that on. And one thing I've shown it in previous videos, you can take off these roof panels even with the roof rack on. And I really enjoy doing that. And actually, I feel pretty confident even on the highway without a roof. I didn't feel that confident without a roof when I put my roof down on my convertible Mustang. So it does feel really nice to do that. It is a little bit harder to take this roof panel off, but once you get the hang of it, it's a 2 or 3 minute job to take it off. And then there's another side as well. So let's say 5 minute job basically to take both panels off, and then probably another 5 minutes or even more to try to fit it in the bag. Ideally, you don't have anything in the back. You put the seats down, and you just put those roof panels back there with a blanket is what I've done a couple times. I might actually get another bag for the roof panels, because I don't really like putting both of them in one bag. Feels like it's kind of rubbing up against each other, the two panels. So so take that for what it's worth. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add that for now. And let's see if I go back. Or do I have to do this loop again? I guess I have to go do this loop again. So, all right, back where I was. And actually, it took it off. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but you can add it. I'll just go ahead and add it again. And so that was there before. I believe this mesh top was there before. And then this, I guess this is new. This canvas soft top mesh shade top. So this is one we've scrolled through all of these other ones. We have not seen this. So let me see if I can get some more info. First of all, let me see if I add it, if it does anything to the molded in color. It does not. So this is an add-on, it looks like. So let's just go on. It just says top canvas soft top mesh shade top. And that's it. So it looks like this is another one of those options where you can do both you can have both at the same time. Do my little loop through again, back to where I was. Okay. So we'll learn more about what these two are, and I think we have a good understanding of what this this mesh top is. So would I recommend the mesh top? It looks like for $350, maybe it's not a bad thing to get if you're taking your roof off for the entire summer, and perhaps you are, you know, kind of you kind of need it for trips here and there. It's only $350. Okay. Let's just keep going. That heavy duty modular front bumper, I did not get that in my build. A lot of other people did. I believe it gives you the capability of having a winch. So that's another sort of option there. The bash plates, I believe you can only get that if you get the Sasquatch package. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm sorry. It is the heavy duty bumper you need in order to get the bash plates. So these two sort of go together. Splash guards. I did not get splash guards. They're $220. Didn't exactly love the look of them. However, after driving the Bronco for a while, I do see a lot of mud and dirt kind of coming onto the doors, as you can kind of see in this example, but you know, mine is similar. I'm considering it. It may be something that I use with the FordPass points. So a little word about the FordPass points. It might make sense for you to wait on some of these options that are dealer installed options, or options you can sort of get just from the parts counter, because you're going to get a whole bunch of FordPass points when you buy the vehicle. So just kind of consider that. All right, so some other things here, the paint protection film, I did not get that. My understanding, let me see if it gives a little bit more detail on what this is. It is the leading edge of the hood and the front fenders. So it helps protect the finish from bugs and other road debris. And it says something about resale value there. So your interpretation with respect to that, I'm not sure. So in terms of resale value, I'm not sure if it's, you know, exactly what would happen there. if you know, I guess the car is looking newer. So I think that's what they mean by that. So I didn't get that because it's a very small percentage of the vehicle that's sort of covered with that paint protection film. All right, I feel like I'm doing something wrong here, but I'm going to go ahead and add it. Go backwards, and it's not. It keeps making me go through this loop. So a couple other things: wheel lock kit, or a couple other things in this section. Wheel lock kit. It's a $90 option. I got this for my Bronco. It was installed by the dealer. The dealer installed one that has only 4 wheels, not the 5th wheel. And if you're somebody who's going to steal wheels and you have some sort of a moral compass, or somewhat of a moral compass, you're willing to steal, but you don't want to leave somebody stranded, you know, I think you would probably take that 5th wheel. So, this wheel lock kit, I just kind of said yes when the vehicle was there. Do you want the wheel lock kit? I just said, yeah, fine. Do it while you're prepping the car. In retrospect, or first of all, they will go ahead and give me that 5th wheel lock. But in retrospect, you can do this after the fact as well. And that's probably what I would have done to kind of, if I had this to do over. So learn from my my challenge there and make sure you get all 5. So make sure it's a Bronco wheel lock kit. Engine block heater, that is for extreme cold kind of situations. And if you're not in a garage, so I'm not getting that. The keyless entry pad. Okay, so this one is very interesting. This pad, it appears as if, let's go on the eye here. It's right above the door handle, and it seems like it's fixed there. You know, that's where it comes. And I think some people might think that, okay, that's not a great spot for it. And let me just do my little loop here. That's not a great spot for it. Well, you can actually take that pad and put it anywhere you want. And I've seen others that have had Broncos. Their plan is to, or are getting Broncos, their plan is to get that keyless entry pad and then put it in a more discreet location. For example, maybe where you put the fuel in, the fuel filler door kind of area. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's a kind of cool idea. Now, in my case, even with the base, I am able to lock and unlock my car with a phone. So, and I also should say, with the base, you do not get a proximity sensor. So in other words, if you're sort of walking up to your car with the keys, it doesn't automatically unlock. So you can do it with the phone. If you have the phone, you have FordPass up. You can obviously you can also push the button on the remote to get the doors unlocked. Once you get into the vehicle, you can then start and stop your vehicle without putting that key into anything. It does have a proximity sensor for starting the vehicle or stopping the vehicle. All right, so all that being said, does it make sense to get a keyless entry keypad? Maybe it does if you are not getting a cell signal on your phone and you want to keep your keys in the vehicle, and so you don't want to get them damaged or whatever, or you're going to some place, like let's say you're canoeing or something, and you don't want to get your keys wet. Maybe in that kind of scenario, it does make sense, and it's kind of like a backup to a backup. You know, so for $110, it is, I think, potentially worth considering. And you don't have to put it in such an obvious spot that to ruin maybe the look of your door. You can just put it somewhere a little bit more discreet, which I think is also kind of an awesome idea. All right, I'm going to kind of make this a part 1 video. If you have any questions, because there's a lot of content I put in this video, so I will go to other accessories in a part 2. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. doing a great job in terms of having you guys watch this. I really appreciate that. I just want to thank you for that. Maybe I could be doing a little bit better job in terms of asking you guys to subscribe. So if you could subscribe, if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I've been doing this for 2 months. We've had over 100,000 views. I'm very proud of that. We have 330 subscribers, 340 subscribers. Really hoping I can provide content for you to get that number up. So I would really appreciate that as well. Thank you.